Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, 4 crazy rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message. It boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and I could use that. And if you are a returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have at it. Okay. So last week we had lots going on here in the States. I'm in Michigan, here in the U.S., so, take that into consideration when I'm talking about stuff. I just assume everybody is sitting at my kitchen table when we do these kinds of things. So, no Dancing with the Stars on Tuesday because we had the elections. Thank you for voting. That's about as political as I'm going to get on that. We all went to vote. My son, my daughter, we all voted. So that was good. We all got the I voted sticker. How did those become such a thing? I will not do an absentee vote if I don't have to, just so I can go get that stupid sticker that says I voted. As if. And I've even cross-stitched the little I voted one. I don't know if you can see it up on the refrigerator there. I put a magnet on mine so I can wear it on even on a dress shirt. I cross-stitched the I voted sticker, even from ink circles, just so that I would have them. I don't understand, but I don't, how did they become such, look at my handy dandy paper, so, yeah. So, this is a freebie from ink circles. It's still available, as far as I know. I would make it totally different if I did it again. And I think I owe a couple. I was making them for everybody 4 years ago, so, but I don't know, how did the stickers become such a big deal? It's crazy. It's like a badge of honor. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. So, over the last couple weeks, I've had court, I've had doctor's appointments. Everything is going well. I've got a ton of phone calls to make tomorrow. I started PT. I'm hoping I don't have PT tomorrow. No, I don't. I have PT on Tuesday. Yeah. I got new toppers for my eyeglasses. I love them. I think it's my favorite toppers. At first I was like, they don't fit right. And she's like, no, what you have to do, it's really weird to me. So I kind of laid them on my glasses. I clicked them on. And then you hit them with your hair dryer so that they're warm and they sort of, you can mush them about so that they fit. I don't make the rules. I just follow the rules. I'm a rule follower. Not really. Kim, get off the floor. We all know you fell over laughing. Okay. So on Tuesday, I don't know. I was feeling very angsty. I think that was the right word. I don't remember what I worked on Tuesday. I will be honest with you. I don't know. We're still playing Black Friday Brawl. I think today is the last day for that in Semi-Sane Stitchers. I will be honest, I love that group for inspiration. Up until this game, I don't know that I played any other of the games ever in that group. So that's been kind of fun. I like it when the games, I can play them and kind of, I'm getting better at being able to I'm stitching it for this game, but it can count over here too. I'm getting better at that. 2 years ago, nope. That's why I got out of so many of them because I could not figure it out. Okay. So I talked about, not last week, but the week before, the little cross stitch that I bought for, that I'm thinking is going to go in Bella's office when she's a vet. And this is the printout of the picture. That's the dog one. How can you not love that? Now, I will say I'm going to look for, or maybe I'll dye it myself, I don't know. Though I don't really know how to do it. Blue flowers with little white specks on it. So that, blue fabric. maybe an opalescent blue, even with the little white polka dots, random size dots, so that it looks like it's snowing, and I don't have to stitch the background because that doesn't sound fun to me. Here's the cat version. It's 300 by 123. So he's not ginormous, but not a little stitch either. And in the perfect world, my brain would be able to mush them together so that you have cats and dogs all squished together. That's not going to happen. They're going to be two separate ones. Is that okay? Yes, it is. If it's not, don't stitch it. I don't know. Okay, so the other pattern that I bought. So right now it's the 10th of November here in the States. Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is one of those holidays that I don't think gets enough recognition for what it is. So if you are a veteran, thank you for your service. If you are the spouse of a veteran or a child of a veteran, thank you. Finally, a farm girl did this one. It's called Dear Soldier. It's phenomenal. So I had to rush over it. It's on her Etsy. It's on sale. I am hoping that sometime this week, ideally tomorrow, I will start this. We're going to call it the Dear Soldier Sal. Nothing fancy. Look, you don't come to me for hashtags because I'm not that creative usually. Okay. I mean, it's got the Arlington and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's got, what I really liked was there was both female and male soldiers down here. I'm going to see if I have fabric. It does call for a lot of weeks and other fancy flosses that I know I don't have on hand. I may go ahead and do a DMC conversion. I don't know. That is likely what I will do since I don't really have it in the budget to buy a bunch of fancy flosses right now. The only question I have, I think I'm going to put, there's initials here. It's TDE. And she does include the alphabet. I may put my grandfather's initials up here. But I just, yeah. I'm just feeling kind of angsty in the world today, so I think I'm feeling angsty in general. I don't know. I found more of my scissors. That was the other thing. I did some deep cleaning this weekend and moved a couple things with Bella's help because we all know I should not be moving heavy furniture. And I found one of my other pairs of scissors. Love that. Love those. I love scissors. My goal, again, is to have a pair of scissors in every single WIP bag, project bag. Because I'm tired of starting something and then being on the road with it and not having scissors. And I also need to get, I have a little Altoid tin size box that I could put in my car to have like a little emergency kit. Because how many times I've had times where I've realized, oh shoot, I don't have a needle in my bag, or I've dropped the needle and can't find it. Or that so I have a little Altoid tin that I could use. But I want something slightly bigger, but not ginormous. So I may look at that because I want to put in the case. I also found my mascara brush from Tammy. I love this thing. I'm pretty sure it's from Tammy. It looks like it would be a Tammy thing. It's all blingy, and then it's got my snag. I have a snag nabbit. If you don't have one of these, I highly suggest you get one. Because for a while there I couldn't find mine, and I was actually going to order a bunch more. Because they're great for fixing things. And of course over here I always have my thread wax that my dog likes as well. I use Hillbilly Candle Company thread wax, and mine's looking a little janky, but part of that is because my dog. But if it gets hard and it's I've used it a lot, what I will do is I will either set it in my wax warmer, like that's not got a bunch of liquidy wax in it, and warm it up and sort of like skim the gunk off of it and let it resettify. Or my laptop has a spot up by the screen and the keyboard that gets kind of warm. I'm pretty sure every laptop does. I will set it on that spot, and then I can kind of clean the gunk off of it. But generally, Hillbilly Candle Wax comes like this in this cute little tin. This one's one of my favorites. It's Sun Your Buns. And if nothing else, if you need a little sniff, pick me up while you're stitching. The aromatherapy, fantastic. Over here, I also, in my little jar, I also keep like a bobbin of 310 and a bobbin of, well, right now it's 940, E940. So usually it's white. So okay. So we are playing. We have Friday Night Brawl, or Black Friday Brawl. And then we also play Stitching with Survivor and Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, again, wasn't on Tuesday, so I didn't have anybody to stitch for, which was nice because I then kind of, but with me finishing the space cell, that means Danny Amendola needed a new piece. So I have decided that anytime Danny Amendola is either top vote getter or gets eliminated, then I will stitch on Pandemic. I know, everybody who's seen my Pandemic is like all excited. I shouldn't say everybody. Some people are really excited to see that. Okay, and then we had Survivor. So what I decided for Dancing with the Stars is I'm going to put in some extra stitches for the dancer that I want to keep going. Sort of like a good luck, sending you good vibes. So for me, I will be stitching between today and Tuesday night when we get the new results. I will be stitching on Jeep Van Gogh. My goal is at least 200 stitches into Jeep Van Gogh, which isn't bad because right now there's still a lot of big block stitching in Jeep Van Gogh to do. I'm trying to put the Jeep into the corner. Mostly what I'm trying to do is work from the bottom up because that bottom row still makes me nervous, and I don't know why. I keep saying that I need to sew like fabric onto the bottom because I'm like super close to the bottom on that one, and yet I have yet to do that. So, you know.
Whoa. That was...
Okay, so, oh, and we're playing Whip Go. And there's some good news with Whip Go. Okay. So, but on Survivor, we had, the luxury was was an auction, and you had to, like, your goal was actually to use up all your money because the person with the most money left at the end of the auction,
loses their vote.
Lost their vote. So for us,
crazy. Sorry. I thought it was insane.
Welcome to Don't Run with Scissors, where my son plays ventriloquist and informs you what I should be doing or am doing. Randomly. Okay, so the prompt was to stitch on the whip that cost you the most money to kit up. Now, initially I was like, oh, Bougie Cat. Because that's why it's Bougie Cat. Bougie Cat, sadly, is not the most expensive whip I have. So then my brain automatically went to Lady of the Flag because I am one of those ridiculous people who bought Lady of the Flag on the secondary market. So yes, I paid like $250 for the pattern alone. But then I got to thinking, no, it's actually the Epic Disney Cell from Clouds Factory. And the reason it became the most expensive is, one, I needed such a big piece of fabric. So I dyed it myself, but I got it from Rita Renee's on Facebook. So it wasn't as expensive as it could have been. But the original Clouds Factory pattern was like $80. And then there have been several, like a couple add-ons that you you had to buy. The first two that they included with your like download. But there's been a couple more that you've had to buy. Plus, Ivory Needle, who used to sell on Etsy, I bought her extra patterns, and so mine doesn't really. So when you added all of that up, it's pretty even with Lady of the Flag. And since I've already been working on Disney, on my Disney style for some of the other prompts, I elected to just add my stitches onto that rather than pulling something else, another piece. And I've been kicking around the idea of restarting my Lady of the Flag anyway. So, so I put in 200. I put in I put in 300 stitches on the blue swirls. I don't know, it's so big I can't see. So I do know that I have enough space that I should be able to put in. Really, it will be a first and fifth row, so mine will be 5 columns wide. So that's kind of where we're at. We're at the center of the 5th column. So there's that. This also goes in a Tanya bag. Tanya makes great, she's Needle and Bones. I hype her projects. She makes great big project bags. It's got the second packet in the front where the vinyl is. That's usually where I stick my flosses. I'm not going to worry about folding it because if I do, I will have to stand up and all of that other stuff, and that's just not going to happen. Okay. So then, there was a female winner for immunity and a male winner for immunity. And for me, that was, nice. Who got immunity? Kyle got immunity again, was the male one who got it. So I worked on the pickle sampler, and I put in my stitches doing this little basket here. So we're making our way through. If Kyle keeps winning like he is, we may get the pickle sampler finished before the end of the season. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Okay, so then Sue was the female winner for that, and she, I paired her up with Pandemic. And so I came in, I did actually cut my fabric for Pandemic, so this is how wide it is. So I came in and I finished off over here, and then I came down and I'm trying to finish up, I think this is the second page, to finish that. This actually is going down in below. It's got another one of these flowers over here. So we're going to see Pandemic at least a few more times before the end of the year this way, because it's now with Dancing with the Stars and with Survivor. And that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I finish a project that's assigned to somebody, if they're still in the game, more likely Survivor, just because we're down to the top 6, and I suspect that on Tuesday it will be a double elimination since we didn't have last week on Survivor. So my guess is that my projects that are assigned to Survivor players will still be in effect. The other thing is we have decided that with a little bit of coordination, we're going to do Survivor Australia. And I'm not sure if I can see that here in the States or not. We haven't figured that. What?
You can, it's just really difficult to.
Okay, so apparently my son is going to have to help me with that, because we're going to play Survivor Australia.
Oh, I never figured it out myself. I just know friends that did it.
Okay. So Sierra was eliminated on Survivor, and Sierra I had partnered up with the Modern Folk Embroidery stitch. My Fruits of Plenty also is the one if Dwight on Stitching with the Stars goes home or not. So we just worked again a little bit more through the center here. I would love to, like, I have the draw to just kind of work on this until it's done, almost monogamously. The problem is I've got to finish Dennis and Kay. So I suspect that is coming soon, where it's going to be a push a little bit harder to get this one done. Lizzie,
what? I know I have food, but this is not for you.
okay. So then, so that took care of Survivor Stitching and Dances with the Stars. So then I thought, okay, well, I got a little tired of just working on Dennis and Kay. I'm not one to, like, my ADHD takes an effect. And so I have Whip Go goals still that I have to finish. And on there was the French horn, still needed like 900 some stitches or something. I still have Monopoly. If I could, like, UFO Monopoly, I totally would. But it's going to be a gift for my son, and that's his favorite game. So, like, I can't.
If you don't like it, then...
And then I have to do Vanessa's stocking. For those of you who are new here, Vanessa is really my son. So, I got my Whip Go board for the French horn done. This is the top of the piece. Clearly I don't, because this is the bottom. Clearly I did not center that well. But when I realized that I didn't center it well, I got paranoid that I was not going to reach the top, that I wasn't going to have enough room. I will have enough room.
Well, also, I started it. So I technically centered it for you.
Yeah, the first like 20 stitches he did. It's only got like 14,000 stitches, so realistically, if I'd stopped when I'm done with Dennis and Kay, this is another one that really and truly, if I put a little bit of energy in it, it will be done fairly quickly. Okay, so then, you know, I've been doing the mystery cell, and the last drop came out, and I was like, it really bothered me that the word friends was off-centered, but I was like, okay, whatever. And remember last week I said, I bet you that the last drop will be a repeat of the flowers that are on the top row. So then I was watching somebody's Flosstube, and I don't remember who it was. And they posted there, so I was like, and I had to stop my screen because I was like, wait a second, why does hers say something different? Hers doesn't just say friends, it says friendship. And then I was like, and hers is centered. What the heck? So I look back at the pattern. Okay, every single one of you who are stitching that with me, and you know who you are, looked at it and never said anything to me. My pattern said friendship too.
Okay, that's funny.
So I got that done. This is now finished. It's super cute. And I was right that the little flowers down below are the same. Now what's funny is, and somebody else pointed out, flower here, they're the same. These flowers in the middle, not the same. So now I just need to sit down and look through all of the clues to say, okay, who wins? Who did it? Kind of thing. So this is finished number 22 of the year. I know, I'm so excited. We are totally on track to finish 24 projects. I think when I start Dear Soldier, that will be project 50. It will take me back up to 50 whips, I think. Okay, so now on my Whip Go board, I got to cross off the French horn. So now I'm down to 2 squares with Monopoly and 1 with Vanessa Stalking. So we should have a full coverage Whip Go by the end of the year. And then the only other thing that I have been working, and I have been working a buttload on this, like I have over 3,200 stitches in this week alone. And that's Dennis and Kay. Ugh, it's looking so good. So good. What's cool is when you, like, if you look at it from a certain angle, like from here, like if you're really close, you're like, what in the world? And then I hold it back up, I'm like, you can see even the shadow in her collarbone. Like, it's so good. So we are still on track to have this done by the end of the month. What I figured out, if I stitch 3,024 stitches a week, it will be done by the end of the month. Right now, I've already stitched, not including tonight when I stitch on it, I've already stitched just over 3,200. So I'm actually ahead of track, which is great, because the sooner we can get it done, then the sooner. And then the next whip that is closest to being finished is Bougie Cat, and Bougie Cat needs to be finished. He needs to finish his head. He needs his head, and he needs his tail finished.
So the two most important things. Just saying.
So, this next week is physical therapy. It's more paperwork. Obviously, it's working on some other stuff. I am gearing up to do WIPCO again for next year, and my goal is 25 and 25. I want to keep whipping down. I know that I've already got a few things that I want to get started during 25. It's not like I don't have a bunch of shit already kitted up, because I do. Excuse me. So, if I don't start Dear Soldier tomorrow for Veterans Day, I will work on, I'm going to pull out Ask Not and see how far I can get on getting that done. Which would be great. Because ideally we'd have more than 25 and 25. So, if you are a friend on my show, and oh my gosh, I totally forgot to pull the home. So, I'm going to give you guys an extra week to use the word home in your message to me if you want to win the homegrown pattern in a little packet. And then so I may work on Ask Not tomorrow, because I know I'm not going to have Dear Soldier kitted up, but that way I'm still working either that or the 4th of July sell. That way I'm still working on something sort of veterans related. So I can't think of anything else. So I'm gonna let you go. Remember, you are smart. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are cherished. You are needed. You are wanted. You are loved. And most of all, you matter. So, sending you all sorts of love. If you have any questions that I can use on my other channel, let me know. As soon as I get it officially started, I will pop that into the information below, just in case. I would definitely appreciate any likes and subscribes on that channel as well, even if you don't watch me, because it doesn't necessarily pertain to you. We'll see where we are as far as Dancing with the Stars and Survivor this week. And we'll just keep plugging away. So, love you guys. Bye, y'all.